Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to be doing a Queen & Co project using a foam front kit and a designer die that coordinates with the foam front kit. This is the Solo Heart background die, and it is actually on sale in the Queen & Co shop right now for $5. So I will leave links down below for you. The foam front kit coordinates with it. So what this die does is cut out a perfectly sized A2 front panel. So I pre-cut my cardstock to A2 in size, so this will lay right perfectly in this die, and then I just want the basic window cut out. I ran that through my die cut machine. Now once we have that die cut out, we're going to do some embossing. I thought this rose patterned embossing folder would be pretty in the background, kind of making a Valentine's themed card today. And you can see the roses on there, how pretty that is. Love that. Once that's embossed, I want to add a little bit of color. So we're going to take some Distress Oxide ink. This is spun sugar. I'm going to use one of my brushes that I use for blending. And I'm going to add a little bit of color to the heart. This is going to go on the inside of my shaker window. And I just wanted it to stand out a little bit more than my background. You can barely see the tint, but the pink is very subtle, but it's there. Next, I'm going to use my spun sugar and go over each one of my roses. And again, the camera is really not picking it up, but just that little light, subtle pink, kind of looks like cotton candy almost, just adds something to the background. Okay, once we have that done, we are going to grab our little kit. Now these are nice because there's 2 complete kits per foam front set. You get your foam front, of course. Your heart just punches out. You also get your card base. It's A2 in size. You get your acetate sheet, and then you get a card front. I'm not going to use the card front because the heart was a little bit offset, but it has everything that you need inside this little kit. And there's 2 sets of each one. So we're going to take our foam front and attach it to our card base. Just going to line it up and it fits beautifully. What I like is the foam is makes it solid almost. It gives it a more complete look. I don't know how to explain it, but I like the complete foam front coverage. I'm going to adhere my heart right in the center, and now we get to fill it with toppings. I'm going to be using some diamond pastel toppings. We're going to grab red, pink, and white. Queen & Co has tons of varieties of toppings, and so these are probably my favorite. I really like the diamonds. We're going to do a little Valentine mix. So I'm going to mix all of them together, and I want to fill this quite a bit full. This way when it drops down, you can still see most of the diamonds. Add a little more pink here. Now we'll take the acetate and just go over this entire panel with it. And it fits beautifully, and you have an instant shaker. Easy peasy. Aren't those diamonds so pretty? Okay, next I'll take my tape runner and we're going to adhere our front panel to our card base. I think from start to finish this card was super fast. It took me 15 minutes. So that's the great thing about the shaker kits, is fast and easy. Okay, now we need a sentiment. So I grabbed the Happy Valentine's Day sentiment from my stash. Before we do that though, I'm going to take some Distress Oxide ink, some peeled paint, and add a little bit to a piece of white cardstock. And then I'm going to use a leaf die from my stash. I think this is from Paper Smooches. But I'm going to die cut out 1 leaf, adding a little bit of color to the background. Just using my glue, I'll adhere this to the left side of my heart. I was going to go straight up with it, but ended up flipping it upside down. And you'll see what I did in just a little bit. Here's where I changed my mind. We're going to do a flipperoo here. Okay, now we're going to stamp our sentiment. The sentiment again says Happy Valentine's Day, and then I'm going to use my VersaFine Onyx Black ink, and we'll just stamp that on a piece of white cardstock. Next, I'll take a simple sentiment die and cut out my Happy Valentine's Day. And once this was die cut, I did add a piece of foam tape right behind it. Now I ended up die cutting out one more leaf, and then I trimmed the top part off. We're going to just use that and attach that right side up, right next to the heart. I think this was a little more balanced. Next, I'm going to be using some sparkle flowers. Now these, when I went to do my linking, I'm so sorry, but these are sold out right now. I think they have purple ones available. I'll leave those below. But really, honestly, any kind of flowers that you have in your stash would work great for this. A pale pink. Even if you die cut a few flowers out, I think it'd be gorgeous. And maybe put some white pearls in the center. But I'm grabbing 3 of them. I made a little cluster to the left of my heart there, and then I'll just remove the release paper off of my sentiment, and we'll kind of do a little tucking, and we'll place that right on top of our heart. And guys, that's my card for today. Super duper easy peasy. I thank you so much for joining me. Again, links are down below. Here's some close-up pictures, and if you want to see still shots, I encourage you to visit my blog. I wish you a lovely day, and we will see you again soon. Bye-bye.